And I told you you were the better basketball team. All right. I told you you were the better basketball team. All right. And what else did I tell you? I told you that if you keep working hard, you do what you're supposed to be doing, you're better than people that were going to play. All right. If you do it like this. All right. If you do it like this. Proud of you, man. I'm proud of you guys. It wasn't always pretty. All right. But we had situations where maybe in the past or maybe whenever, all right, you wouldn't have prevailed through what you did, but you guys stuck together. You played together, okay? You stayed together. You played together, you stayed together.
Virginia Tech takes down Tennessee for the second consecutive season, 67-63. You get the win over Tennessee, and that was fun.
It was an absolute blast. You know, it was fun, Andrew. You know, for a lot of the reasons. You know, we're gonna look at the outcome, and you know, it's a glorious day to be able to beat Tennessee. But this thing is going to help us, you know, throughout the season. I think what you're seeing, and as I kept telling the kids during each time out, I said, we're a better basketball team. And no offense, Tennessee's very talented, very good basketball team. But that's how much confidence I have in these kids when they do it and do it the right way. And that's, as they kept going and they kept playing and they were seeing the results, the fruits of their labors, and they just knew, okay, we'll continue to play hard. And we're the better basketball team. And I'm so proud of them. I'm proud of Jeanette Hicks's 24 points and the way that she did it. But I'm also proud of the fact that Sammy Hill went 1 for 14. You know, and not because, and trust me, I don't want her to go 1 for 14, but the fact that she didn't stop playing. Yeah. You know, she did so many things on the defensive end. She didn't let the fact that she wasn't making shots affect her whole game. And so down the line, everyone stepped in, pitched in, and did a wonderful job. And it was collectively a great win for our team.
No doubt. Everybody a factor in this one for Virginia Tech, but we do have to zero in for a moment on Jeanette Hicks because, again, we've talked about it. She makes plays every single game that you weren't necessarily expecting her to make. 24 points, 8 steals, athletic as anything, and anytime Virginia Tech needs that jolt, she comes up with a crazy steal and takes it coast to coast.
You know, I'm so proud of her mentally, but, you know, also physically, you know, there were a lot of McDonald's All-Americans on that other team, and if they were McDonald's All-Americans tonight on that floor, Jeanette was a Five Guys All-American, you know, because, you know, she was unbelievable. But what I'm most proud of is that she is growing tremendously mentally. Our relationship, you know, we're connecting on a coach point guard level because she started off the game and she was a little bit in a rut. And, you know, I thought she was letting the moment get to her. Our offense was pretty stagnant, but she did a really good job of allowing herself to get back in the game. And as she got back in the game, it came out with so many different plays for us. And, you know, it wasn't always pretty, but I'm very proud of how resilient they were. And as a result, you know, this is going to be a really good win for us. I'm very happy for the kids.
And a big part of what Jeanette did was force a lot of turnovers. Tennessee has 21 of them. So that was their real big Achilles heel. But despite shooting 2 of 20 from the three-point line and missing 10 free throws, Virginia Tech is able to hold on to this lead and did it in some ways that you might not expect, outscoring Tennessee despite the size disadvantage in the post, 46-34. McGarity was really strong on a lot of those cuts, and Sydney Cook was really good being physical when she needed to be against girls that were taller than her.
You know, they both battled. They battled, and I was very proud of them. But you also throw Sammy Hill in there because we had to play her at the 4 spot. Quite a bit today, and they just battled, you know, regardless of their height disadvantage. I thought Reagan did a fantastic job, not only doing that and battling, coming up with them loose balls, but she also ran the floor extremely well and finished around the basket, and it was that we were able to push out a lead. Sid played tough all night. You know, they didn't shoot the ball great, but they stepped in, and it was a grind. And when you're playing teams like this, you know, sometimes you have to win like this. And I'm very proud of the kids, and you know, it's just. We've come a long way in a short time, but we have a long way to go, and they understand that because our goal is not just to be good today, but we want to be good tomorrow. We want to be good, you know, continue and get better every day because I think that this team has a lot of potential, and but you have to work and you have to prove it, and I think this was a step in the right direction.
And you talked about it a little bit, but playing through adversity in this game because Tennessee gave you a lot of zone that maybe you didn't expect to see, and then they stretched that zone out past the three-point arc at times to give Virginia Tech a different look. And it seemed like despite getting rattled maybe initially, the girls played through it and figured things out.
Found a way. You know, we're not as smooth as we're going to be, you know, and obviously When you're practicing, it's a different situation when you're out and you're playing against the number 17 team in the country. And we faced zone, you and I talked about this earlier, we faced zone the last 3 games total, but they've been totally different zones. And this one's a different zone because you have 3 kids up top who are 6 foot, 6'2", and then behind you they have a 6'6" kid, and so it's a little bit different. So you had to pick and choose. We got a little stagnant, but we're going to learn. We're going to learn from it. We're going to watch film, and by the middle of the season, by the end of the season, we're going to be a lot smoother with our zone offenses. But right now, they're learning how to play with heart. They're learning how to play with confidence, and they're believing in themselves right now. And that's the biggest key for us right now as we learn each other. And we're going to get better with our offenses, with our execution. But right now, if we can learn to play hard, play for each other, and win at the same time, it's a pretty good recipe, and it's a pretty good day. Pretty good day for the Hokies.
Well, Virginia Tech is now 6-0 to start the season. The first time Virginia Tech is 6-0 since 2005 and gets the win against Tennessee. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Andrew.